Well, I just spent an inordinate amount of time trying to get the audio back to the way it used to be before freaking Yosemite, which seems to have eliminated the Mac's own audio as a source of input, which is absolutely maddening. I don't understand why they did it. I mean, if they were worried about people recording stuff, why didn't they get rid of video recording too? But no, just the audio. I don't understand. In any case, whoops. I did some wall work around town, around the thing. Let's see, what have I done? In all the internal walls, I put this pattern in. Not as far as this soapstone layer here, but all the way up, all the internal walls. But I still have to actually decide on and employ textures for the outside walls. And that's a thing to decide. Someone commented that... Where are you? I hear you. Anyways, someone commented that the landing gear not so much look flimsy, though. That's my perspective, but they're so far apart that why isn't this neck going to, like, collapse? Bend at the middle. And, with modern or contemporary cut every corner construction techniques, that might actually happen. But, this is a vehicle that has to stand the rigors of space. So for now, I'm going to be okay with the notion that the neck having relatively little mass compared to the rest of the thing, the back and the front are where most of the weight will be, probably will be okay. Jeez, I still don't really have a plan. I should probably stop recording, give you guys the opening credits, and decide what it is I'm going to do. Frig, I don't know, damn it. I did all kinds of stuff. Let's look at them real quick. To try to get the friggin' audio to work. So, I installed Soundflower, and apparently the 2 channels are already pre-set up to work okay. Except, I'm in one channel, and the thing's in the other, and they won't overlap. So now you're hearing me from the left and a game from the right, and that's weird. But maybe not as bad as it was before. Then, in order for me to hear anything, I had to install line-in and push what was going on in Sunflower also to my earphones so that I could hear anything, really. Let's see, is there anything else useful here? I don't know. It's such a mess. All right, a brief update on... You can see I put in, like I mentioned before, the walls, the inner walls, but not the outer walls. But at least now we see some of the what's actually happening. Now, all the ops stuff has to be figured out where ops are going to be. Obviously, the bridge is right there in front. Well, maybe not necessary, obviously. There's no reason why it has to be. I mean, maybe that's just a bunch of sensors and ops is here, safely away from small debris impacts and stuff. I don't know. In the age of space, you'd think they might have cameras and could have a relatively good view of what's going on without having to have the danger of windows or being exposed to the place where impacts happen. We need to do engine design, and actually part of the engine design, there are these 4 blocks. I can't quite describe them, but I'm going to have to figure those back out. That's actually a room over there, so I haven't done all the rooms, actually. This is still up in the air. That's all still up in the air. Gosh, I gotta do something. Let's focus on the back. All right, taking a moment to fiddle with the outer walls. Let's see, we need to preserve. Oof. Ah! No! We need to preserve the stone that we have in the form. Actually, well, yeah, we do. I did make myself a not terrible Silk Touch. It won't last very long, as you can see, but these days I may not need to use it as much as I used to. But anyways, this area here is facing forward, facing into the thrust, and therefore should be somewhat darker, which stone happens to be. Let's see. I've not quite run out, as I have actually tons. It's darker, but then here on the edge, whoops, well, that should be fine. Here on the edge, maybe, whoa, dang it. I was going to say, there on the edge, nice might be applicable. Here, I made a new way up. Very quick, very convenient. So yes, maybe, do I have any nice on me? You know, I also have to figure out where there is a door, and because I don't necessarily want anybody who walks up to have immediate access to the engines, you know? So I guess, let's say this is the door for now, because you can see it's after several steps of security. Might be inconvenient for the engineer, but if it's something you need to worry about, let's see. Hello, nice. Where are you hiding? Nice, nice, nice. Gray whack. No, nice. Nice. Okay. Let's try this for a moment along some of the edges. So we just had no, we did not. But we have an edge here. Right? So come on. Come on. Oh, frig. Not what I wanted. Oh. Alright, well, let's put the nice in first. Right? And it goes all the way here, does it not? So that looks kind of scratchy like that. But then on the leeward, is that the right word? Lee? I don't know. I feel like it should be applicable, but I'm not sure if it actually is. So in this case, because dacite is brighter, we'll put dacite here on the edge facing away from traffic. And then here we have, maybe, let's say, I mean, this can actually adjust from use to use, but here on the back side, we'll use dacite. And then, ah, frig. Oh, okay, so maybe a problem. Take a look. Okay, I started yanking this back out, then fell again, of course, while the thing was recording. These textures make sense on the outside of the vehicle. They do not make sense on the inside of the vehicle. Okay, that's a problem. So what I'm thinking is, and this, I hope this won't look stupid bulky, but what if we put this nice pristine white texture on the inside, and then on the outside it was the texture. So it was too wide. In fact, actually, the floors may all have to come out, or at least be doubled up, and be one whole unit thick as well, for various other reasons that will probably crop up later. But what if that happened? What if, actually, yeah, no. Do I have? Yes, I have some on me. So what if this was nice and solid and textured just the way, and I went all the way around, so even the outside edges here were done. And then it was one unit thicker on all sides. I'm hoping that won't make the thing look stupid. But at this point, it doesn't make sense that worn, space-worn textures would exist on the inside of the wall. That just, I don't, yeah. Okay, so I've got some wall. I'm not terribly put off just yet, but I haven't actually seen how it comes out over here. Let's take a look. It's gonna thicken up. Hello, phone. What do you want? Okay. It's definitely thickened up. This is probably something we're going to have to come back to later and adjust. I did go back. Whoa. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, so did anything change back here? Yes, it did. So it's definitely thicker. There may be a few of these rooms that I can sacrifice slightly. Like this one, it's too wide. But I can just take the wall in one and make it one wide because it's merely a passageway. It doesn't need anything other than a single unit width. All right, you guys ready for something? I think the thing to do is build it from the inside out, which is the opposite of what I usually do. Granted, I already have the skin here, or at least the layout, but probably the next most complicated thing, and is going to require complete and utter creativity, is the engine. The only stipulations about the engines from the game and the artwork done for the game, which varies quite a bit, is that there are these panels, 1, 2, 3, 4, running down the inner edge of each, roughly over this part. Not over here, though, but there's like a panel, and then there's a line, and I don't know how to do that, but I do want to keep the panels. But I'm thinking this thing's going to be the engine, and it needs... Well, one thing is it's not a propulsion device exactly. It's not if it can travel between stars in a matter of seconds, which is technically faster than even what am I saying? Hours. But anyways, it's not going to achieve that by pushing particles out the back. It's going to have to bend and fold and distort and violate space in some way, shape, or form. Probably the big, given this, the big part's going to have to be up here, and I've been racking my brain trying to figure out what the hell this thing should look like. I think there's going to be like a core coming up and down. Apparently it's going to be 2 by 2, which means I could use steps to make it cylindrical. But anyways, it will be surrounded by perhaps incomplete rings of something else. Not probably terribly unlike any old electromagnetic engine. You apply electricity, creates a magnetic field, which pushes things and they start to spin. This would be similar, except I'm guessing space-time is what spins. Now you see I'm holding purple stuff. I was thinking, and may still be thinking, that the rings or the core or something contain light, and there's not going to be too many options other than magma, which what I'm hoping is that, alright, at the risk of, actually no risk whatsoever, hold on, oh, nice, hello, there we go. Well, I want some of the magmas, right, and let's put down some purple stuff. One. That should be good enough. And... whoa! That is not what I wanted to happen. Okay, so that is one problem, though, is... it does... Yeah, it's still obviously magma. Now, why would a ship be... well, this can look like anything we want. I wish the stream that's going down right now could go instead sideways. That would be awesome. But the glass doesn't do significant amounts of anything to hide that. And unfortunately, some weird consequence of how the creatures are set up in this world, we never see squids. So we can't get black ink. I know it is possible, it's just I have yet to see it in a very long time. But still, do I want to use magma for this? I want something that gives off light and can actually be had at without too much difficulty. Like I'm trying to think what else. Oh, stink. Wool, not so easy to get, looks funny. Clay, very hard to get. I have no idea where to go to get good clay. In sufficient quantities. Gold, iron, gemstone blocks, those are going to be really hard to come by. And I need this thing to be big. I think glass and magma are going to have to be at maybe... What am I looking for? Right here. Glowstone. Maybe glowstone would work. If I put down a bed... I mean, we have the bug problem where if you leave the nether, you go to your bed instead. But if my bed's here, that's not so bad. So maybe I can do that. Oh, gotta say, I'm having the hardest time picturing exactly where the... I don't even know how to put it. But, you know, this engine needs to be somewhat tall. And the rest of the ship doesn't necessarily need to be extremely flat. So I'm still a bit confused as to where the cutoff point is. Though I do think in this room, this floor is not actually going to last. So how about first... Oh, thank you. Thank you. We're going to have a core. That much is for sure. One thing I need to do is get the core started. I think this will be fine enough as the place to start. So blah. No, dang it, that was wrong. Getting things to orient inward, not that easy. Because I need to get under here somehow. Wait a minute, I need to do this. Okay. I'm thinking this dark material... Let's see, can I get down there somehow? I may have to make a platform underneath all this. But, actually, can I do it this way? No, again, I cannot do it that way. But I can do this. There we go. That's what I needed. Oh, frig, of course that happened. So now I can continue this. You can see here, it will be a bit of a core shape. Excellent, much easier. And we'll go the length, clear out the floor. And this will be made of a material that perhaps is super conductive, but relatively solid state in and of itself, I think. Thunder, thunder, thunder. So I did some work. Took a long time. I moved this whole thing up by 1, which might not even be enough. But I did it. I gave it a nub on either side. Tore out the floor, which wouldn't be here anyways, though there will be a new floor eventually. I'm thinking. I need... Yes! Ooh, I love the thunder. Ooh. See, we need this... We need this superconducting... Shut up! We need this superconducting rod to be energized. So, you know, right now, Frankenstein's ship. Anyways, shush! Yeah, I need to do things. Okay, maybe in a minute. Okay. Let's try this again. I have no glass. Do I care about glass? I was thinking maybe these... I'm not sure if it... Maybe it should be embedded. No, that's not going to work. I also don't have enough. Ah! I also don't have enough, like, to do a lot with. I mean, is that stupid? That's not... It would have to be 4 tall. Let me get the other one. Ow. But is that... I just don't think much of that. I just don't know. Let's get some glass and try something on the other side here. Okay, get some glass. No. Alright, go back up. There's the ship. I don't think that's really changed much, except you can see the rod. Okay, come on. Yes, I know it's raining, by the way. I'm thinking it should be embedded in the wall. Boop, boop, boop. I wish there was a darker purple. I mean, this is the dark stuff right here, and it's still quite light. I need to get up on top. Can I make it? Ooh, no. Okay. Can probably do it from this side. Or not. Dang it. I'm just giving myself troubles. But it needs to be on this side. It needs to be that tall. It's too bad you don't have more control over such things. Do I care? Can't really reach it from there. And I don't want it to be too tall either. Which means that's probably too far away. This is turning into one of my longer recordings. But I decided I'm going to go ahead and have more of these anyways. So let's see what they look like behind glass. Frankly, not much. Dang it, dang it, dang, 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 dang. I'm not sure about this at all. I'm just not sure about this at... Oops, actually. That's not right. That's going to be a solid wall right there. In no time at all. Now, let's see. Is that centered? I am not actually... Yes, yes, yes. That is definitely centered. So let's keep plugging away. Bring this out a little bit. Oh, one more. I mean, this thing has to be able to apply power somehow. Or basically it's the differential between this and this. The Ren space. For the purposes of commuting. Let's see. This would probably benefit in some way from having plate glass as well. Well, I'll have to do the same on the other side anyways. Finally done raining. Did quite a lot of cleaning out. Oops, don't want to fall off. Did that on the other side. Not sold on this just yet, but I cleaned out this area as the no... Yes, okay. As the no walk zone. And this area I'm not as sure about, but I did start something in the back because I wanted to do a somewhat measured beeswax. Let's see, come on. Tore down one of these pylons. Now let's see. Come on, come on. Yes, here we go. I'm thinking these are going to squeeze in. Is that right up against? That's not right up against. So how did I get that right up? I didn't. Okay. I'm not sure also that I will need these, so let me take this off for a moment. Oh, good. Hate having to drop down for stuff. Ah, excellent. Okay. Still, actually, that's kind of confusing because now... Well, no, I can do it this way. Plus, soapstone is nice and easy. Just keep repeating. Just keep repeating. You know, my phone's going to go off again in about a second here if I don't pick it up. Okay. Clean these out. Now, the ship in question... Wait a minute. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that doesn't make sense. I was going to say, they measure things in that game by class. You have class 1 missiles, class 2 engines, you know, anywhere from 1 through 5. And I was thinking, okay, maybe these would explain the class. You know, you only have so many conductive thingies to account for a class 1 versus a class 2 through 5, but no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that just doesn't add up. Though you can get class 7 engines. Maybe it needs to be in 10, so every 2 makes for a class, but then... Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. In the game, there's really no speed difference at all. The one thing about this, though, is they're going to have to come out now. So, oh, that works out really well, actually. They'll come in out by 1. They might even grow in size. I'm going to run out of these pretty soon. And these. Actually, I probably have a whole bunch more. Actually, no. Okay. Well, I'll make a little bit more, but in the meantime... Whoa, well, wrong type, but whatever. Yeah, so that's 8. Need 2 more. on this side and then do the whole thing all over on the other side. And I'm not sure, but I'll find a way maybe to make them curve. Sort of like that one curves, but that one is just not as necessary. Maybe if in a class 1, you know, class 1, class 2, like I was saying, it's not a speed difference, it's a fuel efficiency difference. So it might be that if you can only afford so many of these cells, whatever they'll be called, you get lower economy, but you still need a certain number of them just to be able to violate space enough to reach transluminal, supraluminal speeds. I don't know. So the ones up here at the beginning are probably going to have to be those ones that are required at the base minimum to even have this engine function. All right, I should probably yank out the front here, but whoa, excuse me. I do definitely need to worry a little bit about an undercarriage, I think. So maybe the undercarriage. Do I? Oh, I have tons. Should be down here, perhaps, and maybe it goes underneath. I don't know about you guys, but I'm experiencing a little bit of a lag in the audio. Hopefully for the recording there's no such problem. I have to think, what would I do here? How am I going to go about it? Ooh, slam. Ooh, I don't have many of these left, but I suppose I don't need them in the world. Soapstone's not a bad choice. Bear with me as I chatter like a mad fool. Let's see. So, yes. No. Yes. There we go. Ah! Wrong way. What? Okay. That's not at all what I want. Oh! Wow. Oh! It's twice. What the heck? What I want is below. Let's try it on this side. There you go. And then forward. Maybe? Well, that produces strange results. But we want it to go under. I think we still want it to go under. From here we can probably... Yeah, see, I don't want it to make... I don't want it to make contact, is the thing. Well, I got something. This gap here still needs work. I'm not sure what's going to be there, but we got the primary here, right around the whatever the hell that nub is, and then 1 through 10, all right on down, all to the way to the end. So I think that works out. If you're going to define class 5 as being all the way to the end, then there you go. It looks a little funny. I think we'll need some things to hold that in place, especially if this craft lands on planets, you know, gravity will affect it, so it can't just be suspended. I don't think. But it's coming along. Something needs to be in these areas off to the side, but certainly now it's going to need a floor. I'm not sure if I'm going to waste your time just putting in a floor, though, so let's call this good. And I'll keep poking on it and do the same thing on the other side when I find the, I don't know, find the time. I'm going to next record Dwarf Fortress, which will probably take a lot less time than this did because it's pretty straightforward stuff. And then do some poking at personal projects, which I should be poking at. Maybe even get back into the habit of doing some exercise, which I have not been in the habit of doing lately. I don't know. You know, stuff. No political topic this week. Nothing really as much as the last two, because the last two are the core tenets of how I try to look at things. Oh well, what the hell was that? Okay, so yeah, there it is from the top. I don't know what it is yet, just that in principle it should be like a giant motor. A space motor. Alright, have a good one, and come again next week.